We tell people, listen, no, we have, issues, but I guess it's just not real issues when you talk about it, because we just really be me and having an attitude with you. And then after you get fed up with it, you start giving it back to me. And then it's like, I know you didn't just give that back to me. So, and it blows up, right? So when people ask us that, it's like,
that was perfect.
Yeah, we have it, but we really don't. But this time we did. And so it's kind of like, it's really hard for us to talk about it. Like, clearly.
I'm like, come on, honey, you got to give it to him,
It's really hard for us to talk about. But I found that it would be good to actually talk about it with our fans and friends and supporters. So let's just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
I promised that I would start doing staycations quarterly for myself, just to kind of get in my creative space and just spend time alone. Because one of the things I believe is that you're no good for anybody else. I think everybody believes this. If you're not good for yourself.
Right.
And so, honey, you're not so good with having personal space, especially when it comes to you and I, because we spend so much time together on top of each other. And so you're like, okay, I get personal space, but we mean go somewhere, staycation.
Come home.
Yeah.
Be in the house. There is no, I'm gonna be gone for a few what? Like minutes, a couple hours, a few hours, a few days. Like,
no,
that's not
how it works.
This bed should not be, I should not be alone in this bed for a few days.
Should not happen.
No.
But I believe that it's necessary. So we got into an argument the other day, and what was the argument about? First of all, okay,
check this out.
Cheré had an attitude, but granted, my hormones were off. It was that time of the month, and I feel like I guess I was giving you swag.
It was a lot of, I could see it coming. When so I guess you would call it patterns. There's a pattern inside of the house. I know when she's what you call it, your hormones were.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me just chill out. No bunch of questions.
Don't just say it like that. Hormones, like they mean
because
I mean, real thing.
I don't.
Y'all got.
I believe it's a real thing. Yes, I absolutely believe it's a real thing, but they're different.
Yeah.
They're different. Like a man with his hormone, I wouldn't have been like you. She was listen.
But when you decide to give it back to me, it feels like, are you on your menstrual too? Just, it starts to feel like.
And the give back comes from, like she said in the beginning, like, okay, I'm taking it. All right, now you just a little much now. Okay, you know what? I'm with you. And now in return, I'm going to give it back to you. And that's when the smoke became gray. So, but I could, give it back to me. I see it coming, and it's like, I try to avoid some of the things I would do that I know kind of tick her off a little bit, but it was no avoiding. It was just kept coming, and it was, okay, so you don't feel like doing this. You don't want to do something, whatever it may be. I can't remember exactly what it was. What it originally started with.
Well, it originally started with, I was laying on you on the couch, and you were scrolling on your phone, paying me no attention. And then I asked you if you were about to order a pizza.
She had her phone in her hand.
We're not talking about that.
I'm telling my fault. What
the story.
Okay.
And so, and I was asked if you're going to order a pizza, and you said you didn't respond. And then all of a sudden there's pizza delivered. I'm like,
so see, let me interject this, put a pin in this. So she asked me about a pizza. I said, yeah, I would order it.
I just said that.
Right. And then I ordered the pizza while she was right there. And she said, she got off me and she walked away. And she said, did you order the pizza? I said, I did.
I didn't hear that.
She didn't say nothing. And there was a knock on the door. You ordered the pizza? I said I ordered the pizza. So I get the pizza. And from there, y'all, listen. It was like, so you just
stop being so secretive. Every time I ask you a question, you don't answer the question, and then all of a sudden stuff just happens or appears. Hormones. Like, what was so hard for you to just say, yes, I ordered a pizza?
The whole time I said yes.
It wasn't just that. There's other stuff. I'd be like, what's going on with X, Y, and Z? And then I'd say, what you doing, honey, on your phone? And you would say, working. Well, what are you working on? But then it's like, you don't want to tell me what you got going on, so that if I come back and say you didn't finish X, Y, and Z, you can be like,
but see,
yes,
it doesn't even be that. It's the thing is, she'll ask me what I'm working on, and I don't have a short version other than to say business. My version to tell her what I'm working on is too long, and now I done lost her. She's like, okay, I'm back to what I'm doing. So I just said, I'm working on my business. What are you working on? My LLC. And then it's like, okay, you ain't trying to talk. So it's like, okay, today I'm giving you the short version so you continue on your path. And no, she don't want that. Right now she wants the long version. Hormones. Because normally she'd take that short version on your business. Okay. And she'd go back to what she's doing. But that day, it was different. It was like, give me the long version because I need to know what you're doing. Because you ain't came and bothered me not one time. When she's working, I'm learning to let you work. Mm-hmm. Flip side, that's not always what she wants. She wants me to come and bother her so she can let me know I'm working.
That's not why.
That's what I got. That's what I got. So anyways, inside of there, she said, you going to quit with this this secret, keeping all these secrets. I'm like, what's a secret? If you ordering a pizza. I left him
on the couch and went in the bedroom and stayed in there and was reading a book or I was doing something. And then the next day, okay, there's always a little smoke when it's time to create content, okay? Because it's about a 4-hour window block to batch create. And it was time for us to do TikTok. And my husband, who I just said was scrolling on his phone the night before, and then all that morning, I'm like, honey, what you doing? Oh, I'm getting content. Now you done been on the phone for hours getting content. And so we have our meetup to do the content. And guess who comes to the table? Because he has to come with a certain amount and I come with a certain amount of videos. Guess what, y'all? Patrick, where the video? Oh, I couldn't find nothing. You've been on the phone scrolling last night and today. You couldn't find. So nothing?
I didn't find anything that I wanted to do.
But you was scrolling for hours.
There was videos that I found that I saved that I believe my wife would have wanted to do. I didn't want to do them. Like my wife likes to do the ones that are. If you see one of our videos and it's like there's a lot to it, she picked that. If you see one of mine and it's rather simple, that was me because. I don't want to rehearse. I don't want to practice. I want to look at it and then do it. Some of the ones that we do, I have to practice. So I found a couple of those. I didn't get a chance to say that because my wife was like, you been on the phone for 2 days and you don't have nothing? Wait a minute.
I asked the question. We
have some that we have sitting and waiting to do. And then she also let me know there's another one that we're going to redo. So I'm like, okay, we got them. That wasn't. Hormones were like, you should have, it's been 2 days and you've been on your phone for 2 days straight. That's 48 hours, y'all. I've been on my phone scrolling and I don't have anything. So it's like, okay. It went
there. That was enough. Clearly because it's time to do the work and you don't have it. And so then we're sitting there and I'm reminding him of the videos that I sent him. I'm like, so we can do this, and this one. He's not saying anything. He gets up and starts fixing the lighting. Why are you fixing lighting? It's time to go to work. She said, we have some. I sent you something. I said, okay. You did not say okay.
In my head. I said, okay. I sat there because, you have to pick your battles, right? I already know.
You was creating.
I already know she's on and she's elevating to something because of hormones itself. Not even like making fun of hormones, but it's elevating. And every little thing is becoming something. You ordered a pizza. You didn't let me know you was ordering. That's something. We're still climbing. So now we have TikTok. I know TikTok with us could be touchy if things aren't right and she really wants to get them done, So me, I'm like, I'm not about to say nothing because I'm not going to say the right thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to moving. That's my thinking. Where I do agree I should have been like, okay, I saw that one, or here's what I have. But I didn't. I said, look, let me let her know I'm about to move. I got the lights. I done plugged the light in. I done swept the floor.
But then he goes and closes the drape. Like, why are you closing the drape? You know that we need natural daylight.
I saw
you
something.
Go and create this dark environment with
listen,
a spotlight on us, like
it was
we're
as simple,
the Apollo or something.
It's as simple as opening the curtains back up, the drapes back up.
Well,
but
that was not enough.
That was not enough.
Because I had to tell him, why would you go and do that? Why would you close that curtain?
Look in the camera. Look in the camera. It looks good. It doesn't look good. I sit, all right, I'm done. Like, don't say nothing.
But if you would communicate instead of just jumping up starting to do stuff. So from
well,
there,
you had stepped outside.
I was on 25 now.
You stepped outside. You stepped outside.
I went
so I couldn't say anything.
patio to get some air because
right. So I wanted things to be ready when you came back in.
No, you didn't.
But when she came back in, none of it was right. None of it was right. The light's too bright. The curtain, the drapes are closed. The curtains are closed. And look at the spotlight. All you see is a ring light on your phone. I'm like, okay. Like, I ain't got nothing to say. Then, if you don't want to do this, we ain't got to do it.
Mm. No, I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I said, I think we should do this another day. Today is not good. Your energy is off. My energy is not good. And we're not going to get this done because you didn't even come with the dances that I sent.
Y'all hear the continuous? Like, we could have stopped right there when she said, your energy is off. My energy is off. We should do this another day. Period. That should have been it.
That's it.
That should have been a period there and it stopped. But there wasn't a period. There was
because the reason we can't do this because you did not look at what I sent you to practice. So it went on from there. At this point, I guess he's just fed up of taking it, what he says. So then he turns around and he yells at me.
No, that was not.
You raised
that's
your
not
voice.
It. Hold on, I did, but that wasn't when it happened.
When did it happen?
So after she said this is when she was standing right in front of me. Then she went and sat on the bed, and she had more to say. I think the because came after she said your energy and our energy's off, and then it was a period there. She went into the bedroom, sat down. And then she gave me the rest while she was sitting on the bed. Now, I'm standing closer to our kitchen, and she's loud. She don't feel like she was loud because, right now she's in a zone. She's on 15 before she hit that 25 because I think the yell took her to that next level. But she's yelling, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, she is tripping. Like, you just getting out of control now. You just going too far. So I matched that level of her voice level. That wasn't it though, because she went louder. So I'm like, okay, me too. So I'm right with you. We're gonna match this. Let me let you see. Okay, yes, I hear you, my lioness. But let me let you hear me as a lion speak as well. And I give it back. And that was not what was supposed to happen that day. It was like, you just cussed me out.
Literally.
You fully gave me a full line of cuss words. And there was none given, but that's how she felt.
But I don't like to be cursed
at all.
And that comes from that's a trigger from previous relationship. And do not curse at me. And then for you to raise your voice at me is just like a whooping. Like, you don't raise your voice at me, so why would you sit there and yell at me? So once he raised his voice, y'all, it was over. We was in a boxing ring at that point. And so I said a cuss word to him because I couldn't believe he raised his voice. Now he can't believe that I said a cuss word to him. So now we're all the way out of our element.
We there.
And I would tell people in marriage when they would say, like, y'all don't have arguments, we're just hitting 2 years, right? And I'm like, no, we don't. But we haven't been married long enough either. So there's things that you may be experiencing in your marriage. You've been married 10, 15, 4, 6 years, whatever. We just have not made it there. We haven't gotten there, and we just always pray over our marriage that God would keep us so that we can overcome it. So I felt in that moment, oh my gosh, we are hitting that, what people are experiencing in marriage. And we're best friends. And one of the reasons why we don't argue is because I never want to hurt your feelings. You don't want to hurt mine. But that day you hurt my feelings. And then I, in return, had to hurt your feelings.
Keep going. Tell them what else happened.
Yes. So from there, I got quiet. And I went on a 24-hour sabbatical from talking to my husband. So, and Patrick does not like me to be silent at all. It is the end of the world if I'm silent. However, for me, I like to be quiet, as we discussed in a previous episode, and give me time to reflect. But this time I was not reflecting. I knew who was at fault, okay? And it was him. And so you remember early on, I told you that I'm going to do a staycation, or I had planned to do a staycation every quarter. So this was the perfect time for me to do a staycation.
Not at all. Like, we get into what I would say, the grayest of the smoke that I've seen with us, and she want to do a staycation.
Yeah.
To me, it's over. You left me.
Yeah. So I packed my bags and I left. And I went to do a staycation for a couple days. But I told him I wasn't coming back till Saturday. Mm-hmm. Now, however, we have not spoken in 24 hours. Mm-hmm. The minute I pack a bag and leave, he decides a few hours later to ask me, how long am I going to be gone? And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter. I done been in the house with you for 24 hours. You ain't said nothing to me. So, I'm like, doesn't matter. But end up speaking anyway. And I was determined to stay on these 24 hours because I knew that it wasn't just him. Part of it was me, but he had just rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah. So I stayed gone.
Now, wait. Let me back her up real quick. Because before she got to leave, I apologized for my disrespect.
Okay.
I did do that.
I don't know if they wanted to hear that.
I have to tell them this. I apologize for my disrespect because I recognized it a little while longer than a little while after I recognized it. So I went and apologized for my disrespect, but it was really in one ear and out the other because she had already made up in her mind to do her, take her time, her staycation. So, and then she didn't tell me about the staycation until she basically had a bag packed. So to me, I'm like, okay, what's this? Oh, you leaving? I go, all right. Then I got the message like, yeah, I'm gonna be gone for this many. And I'm like, how long you say you're gonna be gone? Like, yeah, there definitely and absolutely needs to be a conversation because you don't get us in this place. Notice I said you don't get us in this place because I felt like it was because of you that we're there, and then leave. Like, you don't do that.
But honey, I feel like
now I know it wasn't just you.
Right, it wasn't just me.
Right, but at that time,
and
I said you.
I can't have hormones. I can't be experiencing, hormonal imbalance. And then you turn around and you do the same thing because then where's the lead? You're supposed to be the lead. I'm supposed to learn from you. We both can't be women bleeding in the house. We both can't be walking.
I cannot be a woman.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying you can't turn around and say, "Well, let me act like her. Let me give it to her." That's not
me being a leader and showing you. I'm peaceful right now. I'm not saying anything. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm not reacting to because I can't say the right words right now. Mm-hmm. Nothing I say at this moment is going to be correct because it was going to either be said. It's going to actually just be the wrong words. It's going to be said wrong. It's going to be taken wrong, or I'm going to deliver it the wrong way. So right now I need to just be quiet. So this is what you do when you get quiet. This was my time to just, I'm not going to say nothing because I know where we're about to go. And me being quiet wasn't enough or wasn't recognized. Mm-hmm. And then you kept it going. And it's kind of like poking the bear. At some point, this bear is going to turn around and stop you from poking it. And I'm like, okay, she's just going to keep going. So right back, let me tell you, okay, I got the same energy.
That is so petty.
It was too late. It was like, what? Because I wasn't supposed to have that energy. I was supposed to remain in my state. Yeah. And then I think that would have brung it down a little bit. But at that time, it was like, okay, I'm frustrated too. So stop. And then it kept going. And I was like, all right back. I got some words too. I can say something too. I can raise my voice to a level that you're not used to hearing. Like but then afterwards, I felt like that was disrespectful. Like I shouldn't have to yell at you. I shouldn't have to. So to feel this way. So I came back and apologized. Everybody hear me. And she said, okay. Like she sat there and was like, all right. And then she left for about a month.
Did not.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. So I sat in the house and I sent her a message. This was got the communication coming. I sent her I'm scrolling and everything I'm scrolling on my phone seeing is talking about relationships, how much I love you. And it's easy for me to walk away. I'm used to doing it. And I'm like, that ain't for me because I ain't going nowhere. And this is mine right here. So the one I sent you was the one that I think I seen it twice. Mm-hmm. So I sent it and then there was no response. And I'm sitting there like.
But you sent it to me on a DM. I wasn't checking.
Yeah, I listen though, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know what she's doing. She's gone. All I know is the house is empty. And I'm in here like, all I got is my mind to wonder like she didn't tell me. She just said, I'm about to leave for a few days. And even though I heard a few days, I still want to know how long you gonna be gone. Like, give me a when you coming back. And she responded to the DM that I sent her. I think it was like a heart. And then behind that, it was the little face with the tear. So I'm like, come home. Like, I just got to tell you how I feel right now. Come home. But it sat there. And I'm like, she's not getting this message. So I texted to her. And am I going too fast? No. But she said, I said, come home. And she said, why? That was her question. Right. I forgot about that, and my first thought was, what you mean, why? In my head, but my heart was like, tell her why. So I said, because I need you. Like, I do. I need you here. I'm up. It's 3:30. I got to be at work at 8. It's 4 o'clock. I got to be at work at 8. It's 4:30. I'm still up. It's 5 o'clock. And then finally I'm like, I can close my eyes. Like, but I'm right back up at 7. So it's like, no rest. I need you here. I need to rest. I need to be rested. I need to know that you're okay. I don't know where you at. I don't have, I can't see where you at. I can't look on my phone and see your location. So I'm really like.
But you tracking the car.
I need to know your location.
You had the car, huh?
I'm like, I need your location. And so I'm sitting and I'm like, oh man, like this is not going to work. It's not going to work. Like,
yeah, but
she just left me.
We ended up talking, and even after we talked on the phone all night long, it was still determined that I needed the staycation. It was perfect timing because I needed it, because I was all over the place. And then my husband wasn't recognizing it and acknowledging it. So
I wasn't acknowledge. I recognized I didn't acknowledge.
He didn't acknowledge. So then I took it out. It became a problem for both of us. Yeah. And so, but in that moment,
that was a lesson for me as well.
Huh?
That was a lesson for me as well, to acknowledge what I'm seeing. Because I saw it. Like I told you, I'm like, I knew this is what was happening. Like I seen it coming, but I didn't acknowledge it when I saw it. So it taught me something. I'm just not telling you this, but it taught me something to say something, like pull you to the side, basically put you in a safe place, which I would be in my arms to tell you, like, I see this frustration. I see whatever it is. Can't call it out by name, but I see it and I recognize it and find out if you need me. Like, what do you need me to do? Instead of,
you said like, everything else is going on with you, with people, and I know what you're going through. And you was like, I'm catching it. I'm getting it. You're
giving it to me. Yes.
And I'm like, no, I'm not. You're getting on my nerves, but
that's that's inside of me saying, what can I do?
Right.
Like, I know I can't do anything about the people, because you're gonna get that together on your own. I already know.
Yeah.
But when I ask the question of what can I do, that's what can I do that I know I'm in here too, because they give it to you and it starts it, or I start it and then I'm out of the picture for a minute, but then the other things pile up and here I come again with something else. And now it's just filling you up. And then you reach a certain point. It's kind of like, okay, I can't hold this in, contain this any longer. And here I come again with something. It can be something as minute as not saying, yeah, I ordered that pizza already.
Right.
And that's enough to say I'm spilling over and I catch it. Meaning I'm not just catching my stuff. I'm catching the stuff because this person did whatever they did. This person, I'm not doing what I want to do for whoever it is you want to do it for, because I'm taking care of me. But that bothers you too when you can't do those things for those other people. Yeah. So this is to let you know I recognize all of that, but I don't say anything. So this is me saying I know next time I learned from this experience to say, hey, I recognize what's going on and give me mine now and let me correct that so that I'm not what pushes us over the top.
But it's not a matter of dissecting.
It's not
who has this or how much I have. It just happens.
Yes, but I see it though. Like I pay attention to you.
No, I know.
So when you're dealing with other people or you're dealing with other things in life, period, not even people, just things in life.
Yeah.
And when I see something that's different, I need to say something.
But then if you see that, why did you go and return and do the same thing I did if you already knew?
I was tired of can't keep giving it to me. I'm accepting this. I'm not arguing with you. I agree. I'm agreeing quietly. I'm not saying like, right, honey, you right. Baby, okay. I'm just sitting here and just letting you talk. And that frustrates you. You don't want to just sit and talk to yourself.
Right.
Like, give me something back. Pour back into me something,
Right.
no matter what it is. But my something was something that you wasn't used to. I raised my voice. And that right there was like a eye opener. Like, what?
Like,
Then it's a trigger as well on top of that. So now it's like, okay, gloves off. Like, we were fighting fair, but now the gloves are off. Mm-hmm. And that's where, for me, I'll call it, that's where the smoke started to change colors. Because, of course, yeah, there's smoke, sparks, and little white smoke.
Right,
but
right.
the smoke started to change colors. It's gray now. It's getting darker because of the frustration inside of the conversation. So
Right.
to pull yourself out of it, I understand it after we talked.
After we talked, right. And
So-
after we took the moment apart. But, and then I guess,
The
to be
talk
honest,
did it for me.
the
When we
talk
talked,
helped you.
helped me with the time away. Because
Yes,
I couldn't,
absolutely.
I couldn't understand like why that's running.
Mm-hmm.
That's running. I'm good at that. I
But
know
it
how to get
wasn't
away
running
from you.
or leaving the marriage or the
No, no,
household.
just-
It was just getting away from everything
Yes.
because I had allowed so much to pile up.
Yes.
And when I got away, it was so much revelation.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to spend that time with God. That's what I was telling you. Like,
Yes.
I need to spend some time with God because I know that it's something that I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be maybe not the perfect time to do the staycation, but it showed.
Thank you, because it was not the perfect time.
So the
I mean,
perfect
I
time.
believe inside of what happened with us, the argument, if you would have said, listen, I just need to do this.
Yeah.
Like you'd have said that instead of just saying I'm leaving. It wasn't telling me I'm about to take a staycation. It's just like I'll be back in a few days.
Yeah, I didn't really communicate it the best, and it probably wasn't the best timing, but it was definitely needed, and,
Yes,
and we
I
both
agree.
understood it and appreciated it.
Yes,
And
very much.
It was hard though, because it was like, the second day I'm like, I'm just gonna go home, but I was like, do not punk out, you going to hold strong, you're going to spend time away and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And so it was so liberating. It made me appreciate even more what I have in you, because definitely I reflected on when it started, how I started it, how I was feeling, and the effort that you made to put the smoke out before the fire came. So it gave me time to look at that as well. And then us talking was amazing.
That really helped me. The conversation was like, okay, I completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand the timing for the staycation, but it took me to hear you say what we said on the phone for me to understand and be like, okay, right. And when you get here, okay, that's fine.
And that goes back to the communication piece, right? And comprehending, because and we talk all the time, and we make sure that, do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? And vice versa. But I think one of the things that we did not do last quarter was
check in.
Was our check-in.
We didn't do a check-in. And it I can say that threw off some stuff, because I don't believe it would have been so thinking I'm just doing some stuff and you don't know, secretly doing something. You would, in the check-in, I'm able to let you know, like, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm trying to do, this is where I need some help at.
Yeah.
It gives you to know all of those things. But by us not doing it, of course, okay, I see you on your phone and you doing stuff. Oh, I saw you a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you left and you were gone for a few hours. What did you just do? It was something for my business, but I didn't communicate that. I just said, I'll be back. I gotta make a run. So,
and I didn't get a chance to tell you, like, this is what I'm going through right now. And just, I mean, you hear me when I'm hurt by people or the people who I'm closest to. So I do definitely vent to you, but I don't, having the check-in, I get to actually express like how it made me feel, because I'm such the strong one, and I can.
And even what you're going to do about it. It's
and
like,
what I'm going to do. Yeah.
I can just let that be.
Yeah.
And, it bothered me at that time, but I'm good on it now. So if it comes back around, I know, don't even worry about it, because this is just what it is. So the check-ins are definitely.
Check-ins are so important.
Important.
That's what I can say why the blow up happened or whatever. I'm grateful for the staycation, and I'm grateful for you for understanding that. And the return home was amazing.
She brought me some cake.
So we have a bet that we're a weight loss
Check
bet.
this out.
In the next, we have until June 23rd. So
I ain't gonna need
we're
it.
supposed to lose we have our number what we're gonna lose. And I came home with him some
both with about 15
lemon
pounds.
Cake. I came home with him a sweet potato banana pudding. I brought him some beignets.
Listen
I
to
brought him
this.
all the good stuff because
Yes.
I knew while I was on my staycation, I was eating up and I was like, I'm gonna have to start over. But he was at home eating watermelon, so I knew he was ahead of the game.
I stayed on mine.
I brought you some treats.
1 meal a day. Everything else was watermelon. And
Yeah, so you was getting it in. But I brought you treats as I always do when I come home from somewhere. And I decided to take him on a date yesterday, and
I enjoyed.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really refreshing.
It was
liberating, just spontaneous. We had a great time, and then
there's a lot of touching. I got a bunch of kisses.
Last night was the bedroom, honey. Like I might do another staycation because when she got home, honey, like
hit her with the earthquake.
The watermelon season was popping, and he missed me, y'all. He missed me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so to my ladies, I'm not saying to leave. Don't pack no bags and don't try to do a staycation in the middle of an argument because you might get home and that thing
house
is
empty.
not standing up. It might
the house might be empty. We don't know what's gonna happen. It might be like, oh, you leaving me? All right, I'm gonna get all my stuff and go. Don't leave that way. Communicate.
Do not leave that way.
Let him know.
Think staycations are important.
Yes.
Individually.
Yes.
We agree.
I'm planning me one.
The timing of it should not be in the middle of smoke. Make sure there's not smoke in your city.
Absolutely.
But other than that, we do both agree. Do a staycation, get away, individually. But I just want y'all to know, like, when I came home, it was like, welcome home. So that's another treat to doing the staycation. But so
I got much to say about that. That life is our life.
The lessons. So we'll just give some takeaways. My lesson in that was to not go silent, not give my husband the silent treatment, and to make sure that my timing to leave is not during that, so that he never mistakens my staycations or my getaways to be a moment of leaving the marriage or leaving him, because that's never going to happen. That's my lesson.
And my lesson is to let you know that I recognize when you're going through something, and not just say, okay, she'll let me know when she needs me to talk to her. To let you know I see it, and to find out my part. I want to correct mine. Okay, I can't correct several other people or whatever else it is, but my piece, I want to be able to get that together. And to also make checking in a priority. Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, we went away from it, but you know what? Put it on the calendar.
Yep,
Put it on the calendar. Yes, we need to know, even when I don't like them.
Yes.
I'm much better though, but even when I don't like them, the check-ins are definitely needed. So that's my lesson.
And if you don't know what a check-in is, go catch the other episode where we actually break down what a check-in is and how it benefits marriage. Yeah. Well, honey, I enjoyed you again. Thanks for stopping by.
Listen, every time, anytime.
Mondays.
Yes, Mondays are the best. You don't let another person tell you, oh man, it's Monday. It's a drag. No, it is not.
It's not a drag.
Monday is what you make it. And we're going to make it the best every time.
For the rest of our lives.
Our lives.
Well, listen, make sure you follow us on TikTok, Patrick and Cheré. Everything will be scrolling. It'll be in the caption as well. Also follow Couples of Alpharetta. We're starting a date night with couples all around Alpharetta. And then if you're not in Alpharetta, just come over here and join us.
That's all right.
Until the next time, we will see you back again on Say Something with Cheré, Marriage Edition, every Monday with the Munn.